Hello and welcome to another Luminar Coffee Break. I'm your host, Vanelli. Now, our topic today is how to get creative by using multiple looks using Luminar. Now, all of us go through a creative funk, and a lot of times when that happens, I like to review other people's images. I'll go to 500px, Flickr, SmugMug, and I'll just look to see what other people are doing, and that kind of inspires me. When I get like in a creative funk when it comes to editing, then I'll just start clicking on some of these looks that were created by most of our Skylum employees, myself, or they were created by a lot of professional photographers from all over the world. And I look to see how they would edit an image. And I click on it, play with it, and that's how I came up with how to get creative using multiple looks, throughout Luminar. All right? So, hello, people, welcome. Now, before we begin, let's thank our sponsor, our partner, Fujifilm. And as a reminder, they still have the ebook right here that just came out, and they also have. Here we go. There we are. And they also have this book coming out too, the ebook. So follow those links and you can check it out. Julie, no, I did have a chance to go out. As you can tell, I caught something pretty bad, and I was wiped out all of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning. I could barely speak, so I had to cancel yesterday's 5 o'clock coffee break, which meant that I canceled this morning's 8 a.m. or 11 a.m. coffee break to get my voice back to normal again. I'm hoping it'll be back to normal by tomorrow. We'll see, but no. Julie, I wish I had a chance to go out, but unfortunately I didn't. Jim, welcome. All right, so our topic again is to get creative with looks. So let's start with that. Here I have my beautiful little cousin Angelique. All right, now I'm going to show you exactly what I did to create this look. One moment. Here's my Luminar looks. And I created a look just for her. Outdoor movie portrait. Here we go. So we're in a moment. We're going to combine different looks inside Luminar to create an ultimate look that we want. Here we are ready before and after. Look at that. I just love. It's like it's an illustration. So it's not. It's still a photograph, but it looks a little more illustrated. So this is what I really like about how we can take Luminar to different levels. I can go full on and make it a full illustrated image, or I can dial it way back and still make it look like a regular portrait. So let me show you how I started with this. The first thing I did, oh, let's see. There we go. All right, so the very first one, of course, I went to was the essentials. Click, done. I mean, guys, I can't stress this enough. How cool is this? So if I had this look back when I photographed this, I would have clicked on the first image, saw how much I liked it, selected the rest of them, applied the same image, applied the same look to it, send it off to her and say, which one is your favorite? I'll edit it a little bit further, and I would be done. So I loved what Image Enhancer did. Now, notice on the side, Image Enhancer is going to use the creative tools. I'm sorry, the essential tools. All right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to look, and the second one I loved, absolutely loved, is the mood enhancer. I love this look. Once again, we look over. In a moment, it'll tell us which ones we're actually using. I know it did the creative. It also did. Actually, do this. I've changed these so many times. I hope I'm not getting it confused. There we go. All right. So what I did was simple. I looked to see which one was going to be easier for me to remember the settings. So the image enhancer, when I clicked on that, well, it just made changes to my AI enhancer. No, where did it make changes to? It's not showing my changes. One moment. All right, let me clear my system cache for 1 second. And once it comes back up, we'll get back right into it. Okay, here we are. Let's see. Good. I noticed that when I start adding a ton of changes to an image, I'm noticing when I go back and forth, it's trying to say preview time. Here it is. So it doesn't show the changes. Now I got it. All right. So here we are. Under the image enhancer, it used light, AI enhancer, and also used color. Okay, so I have to memorize the settings of these three. Or mood enhancer. Now, mood enhancer used AI structure, and it used, of course, dramatic and mystical. All right? So I think these are the ones I'm going to copy. So here's what I did. I just came over to I have a tool called Snagit. Snagit. I have a tool called Snagit. I'm on a Windows machine. And I just click on Snagit, and then I just copy the screen. And now I have the settings set. So you either do it that way or on a piece of paper. That's entirely up to you. So now I have it set here. And you can tell I did it earlier. So I'm going to go back to, and I'll tell you why I'm doing this. If I didn't do this, let me minimize this. Once I click on a new look, notice all the settings are changed. So once I click on a new look, it overwrites those settings on the side, which makes sense. Because if you apply that look to settings you already have, it's not going to have that same look applied to the image. So another way of doing it, and I was hoping someone was going to ask me, is could we make a new adjustment layer and apply the second look to that layer? Yes. But the only difference is you can't save the top and bottom as one complete look. So what I'm doing right now is showing you how we can create multiple looks create a single look out of multiple looks. All right? So now that I have that set, now I'm going to add, I'm going to come over to creative, and let's see which one. All right, here it is. So, Mystical did 44.25. So the amount is 44.25. And then for the advanced, it's 38.01. So 38.0 and 1. All right. There we go. 38.01. Good. Actually opened up my my film strip. There we go. All right. Now, let's go to dramatic. And with dramatic, it is 3385. Good. And dramatic did a little something different, which I thought was cool. For this, instead of desaturating, it increased the colors 60 and 12. There we go. All right. I'm going to do a short key again for this. There. All right. Let me hide that. So, now, I know what you're thinking. Vanelli, we keep talking and keep saying Luminar is purpose-centric, not tool-centric. It works on solving problems. We don't focus strictly on the tools. What I did here was, yes, I went in and I dialed in the exact numbers only because I knew that's a great starting point. All right? So this was one of those exceptions where I got a little tool heavy to where I wanted to see what Luminar did, and I really liked it. It's identical to where you get really confused on lighting a scene. You grab your camera, you take a picture, and you're not happy with it, put it in auto mode. Take a picture, see what the camera sees, and then take those settings and dial in manually. Take the picture, it should be identical, then tweak one setting at a time. That's what we're going to be doing here. So I really loved how the two looks came together. Now I'm creating one look to bring it all together. All right? So let's continue. Now, good. Okay, so Julie, we answered that question. If you click on one look, then click on another to keep the previous one you've clicked on. The answer is no. So we already fixed how this is how we're going to fix it. Now, I love this. The background. Let's come up to structure. So AI structure is so cool because it's not going to mess with her. It's only going to adjust the background. Instead of making it a positive value, towards making it more sharp and more crisp, let's go with a small negative value to make it softer. Nice. Let's look at the answer a little bit closer. Notice this black. Notice this black areas on her shirt or on her skin. Let's look before and after. Okay, so that's the shadows. That's shadows. But let's see which of our tools, I bet you it's dramatic, is pronouncing it. Sure enough, it is. So dramatic, probably with the contrast, is really messing with it. So let's dial the contrast back just a little bit. Good. Now, what I want to do is come back up and let's do denoise and see if that'll help out. Now, the luminosity denoise is going to deal with the grays of the scene. The color denoise will deal with the color. It helped just a little. All right, I have a couple of tricks we're going to do. All right, so far, I really like how that looks. Now, here we go. This is cool. Since we have a person in the scene, let's rely on AI portrait enhancer. Smooth the skin, remove some of the shine, and just to make sure I'm seeing her face. Yep, I am. I want to enhance her eyes and remove dark circles. It's processing. Let's improve the eyebrows just a little bit. Her lips look good as they are. Look at that. And we got rid of that. We got rid of those little dottish black areas in the bottom. Here we go. Awesome. So now we added almost every tool in our arsenal. One last tool I didn't think we added was a vignette. So with a vignette, I'm going to choose Angelique. Down just a little, not too much. Here, because it looks like her legs are in shadow. Her upper body is getting light. There we go, look at that. So it's directing light onto her. And we have it set. So we use two looks, the enhancer and the mood, combine them together, and then we added extra tools, which was the portrait tool because there's a portrait in the scene. And of course we threw in our little vignette, and now we have our own look. Let's save our own look. So looks, save, Angelique. All right, here we go. So I saved it to Angelique Beauty and save. And here it is. Now, right click. I can show it in the folder so I can see where do I have it stored. And if you ever wondered, this is where your Luminar looks are stored for Windows. Now what you need to do here is copy this whole folder and you can share it with your friends, and now they'll have the same looks that you have. Or the same looks that you created. Get back to it. There we have. So now I'm opening up for any questions on this. Do you see how, like I said, I've been editing her images so long that after a while, it's like, okay, they're all looking the same, because I know my style. I know what I like. I usually like more of the, in fact, I'll show you real quick. Let's see. Excuse me. Here it is, the vintage look. So, when I first started editing it, this is what I came up with. And I was like, oh man, I always make her images look like this. Let my screen catch up. There we are. I always do this to her. Every time I edit her images, I love the vintage look. I love how it looks with her. So that's why I'm saying, when you get in that creative slump and you catch yourself doing the same thing over again and you want to try something different, try that technique that we just did. And again, here we are. So that looks a lot different than this. All right? So there you have it. A real quick way to combine multiple looks and create one looks with it. Now, if you don't want to combine them, like so when I first did this to experiment, I just kept creating new layers. But a look on one layer, oh, I like that. Next layer, new look. Checked out what it did. Oh, that looks nice. Let's go to the next layer, and just kept doing that all the way up through until I got the look that I wanted, and then I copied it to one look itself. All right? Good. Dan likes that look as well. Great. Well, guys, let's see, just make sure. Awesome. Oh, hey, thank you guys so much. And again, I am drinking a lot of honey, tea, Benadryl. I've never had hives in my entire life. Benadryl, NyQuil, you name it. And the doctor says everything's looking good. And he just thinks I'm pushing myself a little bit too hard. But you know what? We love it. So that's why we do it. So again, we'll see you guys tomorrow. If you have questions about this or any others, please make sure to leave a comment below. And please hit the like button. I keep forgetting to ask that. So when you come in, first thing, if you can, you start watching it. If it's making good sense to you and you like what you're hearing, please click that like. Our partners And of course, people above me love seeing those likes light up. Again, I'm Vanelli. Thank you guys so much for watching.